Hey there guys, LordFrigid here with the second installment of AR Offense. I wanted to kick off this video by showcasing my raiding party setup. Now it is light season this week, so this is the week when most people make the push for the higher tier. Once you get to the higher levels, I believe actually tier 20 to T21 is actually impossible to achieve without an offense boosting mythic hero. Of course, Air is currently the only such hero. So, raiding parties setups for this week are particularly important, and I thought maybe that by going over mine, I might be able to give people insight on how to build theirs if they're having trouble or whatever. So let's get into it. Most of my raiding parties are actually what are called carry me setups, where one unit is set up to do most, if not all, of the fighting with a supporting backline. Air is an absolutely amazing supporting backline because of Sparkling Boost. It restores 10 HP to the ally that has taken the most damage besides Air herself. So it's basically just free sustain. And then also on the supporting backline we have Kaden and Azura of Allied Songstress because it's water weak. And then the carry me unit in this case is Sita. If that looks like a really weird build, that is because it is a really weird build. I am totally piloting this right now. I have never tried using Sita as the carry me unit before, but I figured that Wingsword Aegis with this setup might be able to do the things, so they say. And that is because range damage is just so overwhelmingly prominent in Aether Rage defense setups. So, and then, yeah, that's why I picked Aegis, and then Wingsword helps with armors like Surtur, and Attack Smoke just kind of debuffs the team as they attack her. And because it's water season, and I get to run Azura of Allied Songstress, she has a water blessing, she does get at least some of the benefit that she would have gotten if she had been light blessed instead, with plus 3 HP and plus 4 res, instead of plus 10 to both. So I figured today would be, this week would be a pretty good test case. I'm actually expecting the upcoming mythic hero for May to be Astra with the defense bonus, just based on the pattern thus far, because Air was light res, Duma was anima attack, and then Yoon right now is dark speed. So I'm thinking the next one is Astra Def. Anyway, moving on. This is another carry me setup, this time with the carry unit as Fjorm. Again, defensive special, except this is also kind of like half defense, half offense. Fjorm's really good. Especially with plus 10 to both res and HP. Micaiah is used as my refresher for this team because Surtur. Duh. Okay, moving on. Here's Nyla. It's basically the same as the Fjorm raiding party, except she can negate Dazzling Staff, Fire Sweep, Wind Sweep. I don't think I've ever actually seen Wind Sweep on an Aether Rage defense team before, but if I do, I'm covered. That's really the only difference between her and Fjorm. She's using Noontime for sustain because Wolf Queen Fang does boost her special damage by 10 when her special activates, as long as she's been transformed. Not that hard to achieve as with a little bit of setup. So that's the idea behind this set up. And then we have Faye. If you thought Faye was good in the last video, wait till you see her in light weeks. Her res and HP both become absolutely massive. I did give her some dragon flowers because she was just putting in so much work. It was very, very difficult to justify not doing it. Yeah, her basic distant defender setup. Well, except trading out distant def in the A passive slot for steady stance 4, which is quite invaluable, I must say. And then finally we have Ophelia. Now the Ophelia raiding party is a full-on offense raiding party, and it is a little dangerous because just the nature of attacking, like, you can tell that you have Ophelia's action, then you have Micaiah's action, and then you have Azura's action. A total of 3 actions. Maybe you can squeeze an air in there, whichever one isn't doing the smiting. But that's only 4 units out of the defending team's 6. So I try not to use the offense raiding party if I can avoid it. Sometimes I don't really have a choice. Other notable carry me setups that I haven't used or don't use here would be the Vantage setup. A lot of teams don't actually run the Hardy Bearing Seal. And if they also don't have anything like Dazzling Staff or Fire Sweep, then you can just set up a unit with Vantage and drop them in the middle of the enemy team and just watch the enemy team just kind of flop over. The best units for that would be units like Close Counter Blade Tomes, or heck, even just not even Close Counter Blade Tomes. You don't, because most Aether Raids teams are very ranged damage heavy. You could use, I've seen a lot of Close Counter Jafar. You can do Distant Counter Levitain. I suspect you could probably do Distant Counter Ares with Vantage, just to spam all the bonfires, since you can... it works the best if you run him alongside Valoria, because Valoria can charge his bonfire at the start of turn 1, and from there he can just kind of Vantage kill everything, and he'll be able to use the Brazen Attack Death Seal for more damage stack. But yeah, that's my raiding party setup, and with that, let's go ahead and get into the battles. Okay, so let's get a matchup here. We have... Oh, that looks fun. Okay, so Azura. Alright, Aerobatics, Blaze Dance looks pretty standard. Lucina also looks pretty standard. Okay, this is interesting here. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by this setup on the right. I mean, your plan of attack is basically outlined for you just there. But anyway, continuing on. Azura, sure. Ophelia, alright. Basic Ophelia setup. Roy, Gale Force, not much to say about him. Julia. Does he have lunge or something? Okay, he does. I was wondering about that. Okay, so... that's almost certainly the Bolt Trap, the real Bolt Trap. With the idea being that Roy attacks, and anything that actually manages to survive lands on that bolt, gets lunged onto that Bolt Trap and takes however much damage. And then, good luck surviving the rest of everyone. Interesting. So what I notice here is that all of these things are breakable. I'm not actually sure why he put his defense fort there. Oh, I have fort advantage. That's nice. So the obvious choice here is to break all of this and drop a ranged tank here. Or use the ranged tank to snipe Azura. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, really. It could be either. I guess if you really need to have them attack you or you attack them for the special charge, then you'd want to control that a little more. But just sticking someone here would force her to attack first. Well, I mean, that wouldn't be the first action. The first action would be Ophelia using her rally up attack on one of you and then getting sung by this Azura. Interesting. So, your defense is sad. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the play. I'll probably just end up sticking Faye there, or having her just shoot Azura. I'm wondering if maybe I could test out my Aegis Sita setup here, but it seems a little dangerous with 4 blues. I mean, it is Aegis, and I do have forward advantage, but 4 blues, again. And actually, out of curiosity, she would definitely have the highest res, I think. Who else is on that team? I forgot. Caden? Caden's on the team. Okay. Well, actually, no. If I parked Sita here, then she would get her Aegis off of Azura attacking her. Heh. And I wouldn't even have to worry about initiating. We'll do something. Honestly, the Faye raiding party is higher scoring, so I'm probably just going to go with that. Yeah, let's do it. I do think the Sita raiding party would have worked, but let's just do this the safe way. So just basically start breaking things. Okay, sure. Just kind of advance up here. Do I need that depth buff? I just realized that I didn't actually calculate anything. Like, this is the important thing to calculate. Will you, with 4 plus 60 attack, deal damage to... yeah, you will. Barely. She'll deal... What is that? It's, so she'll have 60 attack versus Faye's, if I get Caden's buff on her, so that's 57 res. So that's what? 4 damage from Blazing Light, and then no damage from her actual attack. This is the power of Faye. Do I need the defense buff? That's saddening. Okay. Alright. Just do that. That. I could even just have this air just kind of hang out here. Let's see. Turn is it 3? I should probably initiate soon. Just so I don't have to run the risk of running out of time. So how do I want to do this? Yeah, I'm almost certain that what is going to happen is Ophelia rallies Roy, and then Julia and Lucina will attack. Azura, I believe, should prefer to sing to Ophelia. It would be pretty overkill to have Caden be within 2 spaces of Faye, so I don't need to if it doesn't really matter. But I think I can get it there. So let's go ahead and initiate this now.
Try my best.
So shoot you. And then so rallies. Great sing. You probably attack first, I would assume. And then you attack, and then you're stuck there because you do your sing business, and Roy moves up. So that should be safe.
The glimmer of life, death's caress.
Oh, chill res, forgot about that. Yep, as I expected, and you do attack first, deals more damage because of chill res. I did forget about that, my bad. Couldn't even double her. Oh well, I guess that she does have plus however much speed. I think it's between her own the speed buff and the Kitsune Fang. It was plus and forward advantage, total of plus 16 speed off of her base of 28. So that should be safe. Just out of curiosity. Huh. Wow. I am legitimately surprised that was real. Okay. I guess it just struck me as odd because, you know, like, that he couldn't even reach that. This was completely out of... I don't know, it just strikes me as strange. So I'll do that. And then Azura just KOs herself on Faye. And that is the map. Alright, so let's get a matchup here. Let's take a look. Alright. Okay. Interesting. So we have Azura. Tactics. Oh, that's unfortunate for you. Another Azura. More tactics. That's actually pretty standard looking. Air. Sure. Why not? Interesting. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do already. Then Veronica. How do you pronounce that? Is that Hlithskelf? I feel like it's that or similar. Okay, very basic. Recover, not restore. Interesting. So I don't have to worry about restore shenanigans for this one. So one thing I do notice is... oh, actually, no. Never mind. I thought initially that I'd just be able to kind of like walk up here and shoot people over walls, but no, he dropped his defense fort there, which I do have fort advantage over, so that's good on him. He knows not to completely sabotage his own setup. How am I gonna do this? Maybe I just use Faye? Once I get into position, which means snipe her with Faye here and Caden here, I'm expecting Veronica to attack and then to get sung by this Azura to move forward. Then Fjorm attacks, dealing her massive 2 damage. And then some combination of George and Air attacking. I'm assuming Air will attack first. I don't know though. So if I can actually get someone down here, then they will absorb Veronica's second attack, because I can almost guarantee you that they have less res than Faye. Just double checking for chills. Dull ranged, that's annoying. I mean, it only really removes the buffs on Faye herself. Dull ranged isn't going to affect what Caden projects from this spot, but it's still annoying. He's not going to have a speed buff, though, and I have fort advantage. Oh, well, actually, that'll be wiped with Veronica, never mind. But if Caden projects a +6 speed buff onto Faye, that's 34 speed, so that's still enough to avoid being doubled. And it actually doesn't even matter, because he doesn't charge Moonbow on Steady Stance 4. So yes, this is definitely looking like Faye is the play here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started.
Try my best.
I'll do this number. Okay.
Try my best.
So I'll do that.
I'll dance.
And then I'll do that.
All right.
Snipe that.
Death's
I think
caress.
if I... Well, I need to get Def Tactic on both Faye and Caden. I'd rather not. I could initiate this on turn 4, honestly. I think I'll do that. Okay, just do that number, just to get that broken. So, yeah, nothing happened as expected. So then I will
Death's caress. Yes.
move this air over here
I can help.
and get these guys
Okay.
into position. Wait, how do I want to do this? Because I need Faye up here. Okay, so what I would do is put Faye here, and then have Caden reposition her up, and then she just moves in for the KO. And then Micaiah, will dance for Caden to put him over here. Mm-hmm. That looks satisfactory to me. On that. And again, turn 3, so I'm just not going to do anything. And I'll let that bolt tower do its thing. It didn't seem to have. Oh, I was out of range. Ah, I totally knew that. Okay, so now I'm good to start. 1, 2, and 3. Sure, why not like that? And I would like to put you here. That'll work. And then I'll do that. So I'm thinking Veronica attacks first. Yep. Ah, she attacked from there. I forgot about that. The AI tends to attack from safe locations. I like that she completely negated, or she actually increased she left my forward advantage untouched because buffing with Lid's Scalp caused my panic room to trigger. Or it had already triggered. Yeah, you know what I mean, hopefully. So I leave you alive, yes, and then... Okay. Oof, that hurts. So don't do that. What turn is it? 5? Okay, I can live with that. It's gonna shoot you.
Try my best. Okay.
That's probably the play here. Snipe you there. I kind of want to take you out somehow, but I'm not sure I can. If I break this, maybe I can at least open up that avenue. But again, oh, okay, but yeah, you can't reach. You're definitely going to be attacking from there. Okay, that's acceptable to me. I'm gonna go ahead and break that so I can get to this Aether fountain more easily. And wings. I should make sure that Caden can actually KO her if she initiates. He has a speed to double. Well, let's just, yeah, even if he's reduced, even if his speed is reduced by Hood's Gulf. So, and his attack would be 51. Triangle advantage, 61 effective, minus Fjorm's defense of, let's just call it 28, I guess. Okay, so she will die if she initiates on Caden, so I'm not worried about that. I could honestly probably just risk triggering this trap here. I don't think it changes that much. Well, we'll see what happens. I think I'm okay here for now. So Veronica attacks again. Gets sung to. Probably attacks again. Oh, no. It's Fjorm's turn this time. Alright. So... how do I dispose of you? I can help. Very nice thing to say, I know. So let's go ahead and do that. And then that. You definitely can't KO either of them.
The glimmer of
So
life.
I'm good to just do this. And she's definitely going to attack one of them, because Faye has higher res. Which leaves me perfectly free to do that,
Try my best.
which I couldn't before since she was blocking the structure.
Summer's here.
And Don Suzu OP. Alright, so that is the map.